Hey folks, welcome back. It's a beautiful, almost 75-degree day today, folks, and it's the first week in November. I'll take every bit of that. Trust me, we could have a foot or more of snow on the ground by now. So the snow flies are out, and they like the ears and they like the eyes, folks, so I apologize. Snow flies are out and it's 75 degrees. Something seems a little off about that. But anyway, today, for those of you who have been following me, no, I don't have many fears. True fears. True to me fears. One are June bugs. Everybody knows what a June bug is. Don't like them. They're very harmless. Don't like them. I'll scream like a little girl if they get tangled in my hair. Their sticky little feet, they just stick. Oh, it's nothing about that that's pleasant, folks. Something else I'm scared with, I almost hyperventilate, folks, is going up and down an escalator, right? So this week it's Saturday, but my work week starts Thursday. Yesterday, which is Friday, we had a very, very rough day at work, folks. It started first thing in the morning, and it didn't stop. So, me and my coworker, we had to go up the escalator, right? We was looking for somebody upstairs. We were on a very short time frame. So, we headed toward the escalators, and I kept eyeballing those set of stairs there. But my body kept going to the escalators, and my heart started racing, folks. I had a hard time breathing, but I kept walking. And he said, "No, you go first." I said, "Oh, no. We are going side by side. I'm not going up there alone by myself first." So he said, "Are you scared of escalators?" And I said, "You have no idea how scared of escalators I am." So I said, "When you step, I will step." So I see him stepping, and I stepped right with him. And he said, you're really scared of these things." And I said, "There's an irrational fear about escalators. I've seen videos where people get their toes cut off. I've seen pile-ups at the bottom of escalators. There's nothing about escalators that I am fancy of, folks. Not a thing." So I am hanging on to that rail, and he reaches over and he said, I've got you. So he puts his hand around my shoulder and puts it on this shoulder over here. He was over here. And that helped. My breathing was a little bit more controlled. We get up there and realized we need to go someplace else. So then we had to come back down. It was on a time frame, folks, and it was very chaotic. So the fastest way down the escalators without, instead of falling down the stairs, is to go on the down escalators. So he said, I got you. Don't worry, I'm going to be right beside you." And he took his hand right, our elbow and elbow, and he said, "When you see me step, just like when we started coming up," he said, "you step." He said, I've got you. So that's co-worker support right there. And he didn't laugh at all. He was talking about how his sister has a irrational fear of bridges. Why we have such fears of the silliest things, I have no idea. I am not scared of snakes. I am not scared of mice. I am not scared of bear. I am not scared of anything. I'm scared of those two little silly things. June bugs and escalators, folks. I really, really struggle with both of those. So, if any of you out there know me, you know that I hear a noise out in the woods, don't know what it is. After dark or not, I'll go right after it, folks. I want to find out what it is. And it could be Bigfoot, folks. I don't care. I'm going to find out what it is. So irrational fears, you know, some people have fear, deathly afraid of spiders, snakes, anything like that, and they don't know why. They just have a fear. Now, I've had conversations throughout the years where some people think, you know, in a past life they had horrible experiences with maybe an escalator, although, you know, I'm 56 and probably 100, 200, 300 years ago or more, there was probably no escalators, so why have a fear of escalators? And if that's true about a past life, that just doesn't make sense whatsoever, right? It just doesn't. I'm sure June bugs, damn it, were out there back then. I'm sure they're 1,000,000 years old. And they could be, I don't know. I've never researched that. So irrational fears, just like, I'm not even going to give an example because it's going to get political, and I'm going to keep the political stuff out of this as much as I can on my video. So, but if you have an irrational fear and you've tried to overcome it, you know that it's an awful challenge, right? I feel that I can, and I don't want to make this about me, but it's what's on my mind today, folks. If you have an irrational fear and you try to overcome it, like when I first started at work, I had to go up the escalators, right? So I practiced. I would go into work early and the escalators were on, and I would practice going up and down. And I did that for a couple of 3 weeks, and I got so I was a little more comfortable, but then I stopped doing it. And it's just like I had never done it before, because all that anxiety, all that panic, literally, my body was shaking, folks. And there's really no reason, that I know of as to why I would feel that way. So I feel it's an irrational fear that I am determined to overcome. So I went in this morning. I got there about a half hour early, and I was determined to go up and down the escalators. But I ended up going in and talking to my supervisor, and I was doing some training while talking to him, and I never got back out to the escalators, folks. But it came to me several times today. So irrational fear. Can you overcome? Can you overcome an irrational fear? I think you can. I think it takes a lot of work in bringing the irrational into rational, right? Really working hard at it. So I am determined to make peace with that escalator going up and that escalator coming down, and I will master that. I will. And I don't know when it will be, folks, but I'm going to give it my best shot because I don't want anything to beat me. I like to be a winner, right? I like to be a winner. It's a life challenge for me, and I have added that as of yesterday to my bucket list. To make sure that I come out mastering those escalator stairs. Before I die, folks. I have decided that, and I'm going to do it. Right? So a little support would help. Thank you very much. Thank you. But anyway, I hope you all have been well. I really haven't talked much about homesteading stuff. I know some of you would like to show me my outside shower process, my doing dishes, and all of that. There's somebody who wants the recipe to the cranberry herb condiment, I guess. I don't know, that I put in with my old rooster when I jarred it up. So those will be upcoming videos. I'm not really sure when I'm going to get to them, but they will be upcoming. I've got a list going, folks, and we'll see what we can do. All right. So I see that I've got even more subscribers since the other day. So thank you very, very much. I really try not to plan what I'm going to say. If I plan it out, then I mess it up. So what I usually do is just put my cell phone on the tripod, just stand in front of it and talk what's on my mind. A lot of you like that. A lot of us have the same thoughts and the same goals. I'm not sure how many of you are trying to master escalators, but that's where my mind was today, folks. So if you have any horror stories on escalator accidents, please keep them to yourself. I don't want to hear them. I don't want to hear them. I only want to hear pleasantries, okay? If you got any pleasant stories, I'd love to hear them. So you all have a good night. Thank you for sticking by me. For those of you who have been with me since I started this, 8 months ago? Maybe not even that, I'm not sure. And it followed me up for right up through until today. For all you new subscribers, thank you very, very much. And what you see is what you get, folks. I tried to be a little reserved with my language on here. And if you were to come to my house and we were to sit down and have a little chat, I swear a little bit, folks, a little bit. So, I guess that's all I've got to say, folks. You all have a good night. Thank you for coming back, and we'll see you next time, all right?